Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. The greatest show on earth has returned.
This is ridiculous, Tony. This could be dangerous.
Ricky Thrash is back.
It's for you.
And better than ever.
Talk to me, Tony. But then again, Danger is my middle name. So sign me up.
Action-packed adventures, heart-throbbing love stories, and hard-hitting, powerful music to bring you into the 1980s like never before.
Hey, darling.
Hi.
We only got one shot of this, Tony. We can't mess this up. We gotta stop playing around.
Sit back, grab that popcorn, and buckle up. Ricky Thrash is here to take you on the ride of your life. The world's favorite 80s action hero is coming to you live on television. Up next.
Tony, never make that mistake again, okay? Never. This is not a game. This is life. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for the ride of not only the afternoon, not only the morning, not only wherever and whatever time it is, wherever you're watching from, but this is going to be the ride of your life. A couple technical difficulties there at the jump, but that's okay because Ricky Thrash never turns down a challenge and an opportunity to get better and really just shoot for the sky. And you might be thinking, Ricky, is it the saying, shoot for the stars? Well, that would imply that the stars are something that are close by. But we go above and beyond here on the Ricky Thrash Show. We don't stop until we reach the dreams beyond our dreams. Yeah, that's right. You might be thinking, Ricky Thrash, you're full of baloney right now. But listen, let me tell you something. If you think Ricky Thrash is full of baloney, then I got some words for you. Consider this one fat, big bologna sandwich with extra protein, because I got a great workout at the gym today. I'm looking buff, man. I got the bicep curls. Did the Thrashercise plan, as always. Always making myself better. Not only for me, but for the 1980s and the revival. And for life in general. For Vice City. For the missions at hand. Ladies and gentlemen, what a night to be alive. Tell you what, every single person at this pool is staring at me right now, and I love it. You know what I do? I just stare back. You want to look? Enjoy the free show. Enjoy it while it lasts, because the Ricky Thrash Show is the greatest live broadcast of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, my Thrashers, give yourself a round of applause as I do a full-on split right now. I know you can't see this, but this is what I'm looking at, okay? But that doesn't matter. What matters is that this camera is now crooked and I messed up all of Tony's hard work. But let's head inside the studio and see what else we gotta say. Are you guys ready to party or what? Because I know one thing. My Thrashers never come unprepared for a Ricky Thrash stream, for a Ricky Thrash broadcast, for the greatest broadcast of all time, that is. They're always ready to party. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready to party tonight, I want you to do just one thing. Just one thing. I want you to let me know as soon as you're ready for me to start this party. Because when we start it, there's no turning back. In fact, why don't we take that up a notch? Let's give a countdown. I want to see everybody counting down from the number 10 in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to count down starting now. Give me a countdown from 10 to 0, and that is when this party will start. I'm gonna count with you. Not all at once. Individual numbers, baby. Send it in the fax messages. I'll see it in 3 to 5 business days. Count it down. 10. I want to see all 10s starting out. Okay? All right, I see some 10s. Throw some 9s in the fax box. Let me see some 8s, baby. Let me see some 7s, baby. Let me see some 6. What about 5s? Can we get some 5s? Can we get some 4s? Can we get some 3s? I want to see all the 2s, 1s, 0s. And my Thrashers, we are ready to officially party. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest live broadcast of all time. My name is Super Totally Rad Stud, aka, my name is Ricky Thrash, but some people call me a Super Totally Rad Stud. You might ask, who calls you that, Ricky? Well, my mom calls me that.
Get out of here!
We're ready to party, baby. We're gonna take it up a notch, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time, first of all, where have you guys been? And second of all, welcome to the greatest live broadcast of all time. Like I said before, my name is Ricky Thrash. I'm a time traveler from the 1980s, going forward in time to your present period, 2026, as they call it. And I've brought you back with me to the 1980s, so welcome to the greatest time period of them all. And tonight, we are gonna bring back the spirit, the vibrancy, the life, and the attitude of the 1980s that once existed. But over here, ladies and gentlemen, it is all 80s in all of its glory. So represent the 80s well. Join me on my side. Join the Thrashers as we bring back the 1980s. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're seeing everybody in the chat, okay? Some people at work, some people at home, some people are just totally riding the waves of vibrations tonight. Because that's all we do here on the Ricky Thrash broadcast. That is all we do. We ride the waves of vibrations. That's right, you heard it first. Here on the Ricky Thrash Show. I want to welcome you all. Consider following, subscribing, doing all of it. Now, we're doing something new here, okay? We're streaming to TikTok, whatever that is. We're streaming to TikTok. We're also streaming to Twitch, and we're also streaming to YouTube. But we are full-time on Twitch, okay? And due to copyrights, I gotta kick YouTube off. I might hold TikTok on here just to see where we're at, but if you're on YouTube, I'm unfortunately gonna have to kick the YouTube crowd off due to copyrights and stuff, and you know, we're probably just getting nailed right now with the copyright strikes. Cause your favorite 80s action hero has to eat too. And with all the copyrights and the music that I do not own, I do not make a single dime. So ladies and gentlemen, join us over on Twitch. It's the greatest experience. And trust me, you do not want it to be hindered. So if you're on TikTok, YouTube, join us over on Twitch for the greatest ride of your life. Tonight, we are celebrating the 1980s. We got everybody in here. It looks like we're sitting at 30,000 viewers right now. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a round of applause, okay? My crooked sunglasses are back at it. Which side? Okay, that side's up a little bit. All right, good. I have to. Nope, now this side's up. Okay, cool. All right. We got some people on Twitch. Nice. We got some people over on TikTok. Nice. We got some people over on YouTube. Nice. We're gonna narrow it down, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And we're gonna do a couple loops first. And tonight we're gonna be playing some GTA Vice City, okay? The greatest video game from your time period. And we're bringing it back to the 1980s to get a taste on this lovely Friday evening. So if you're not part of the club, if you don't want to see advertisements pop up and interrupt your greatest show on earth, then consider subscribing on Twitch and join us, because tonight's going to be a fun one. So why don't you say Ricky Thrash pauses that music before we officially get kicked off, does a little loop, starts looping some just random sounds. I mean, if this isn't the 80s, I don't know what is. If that's not the 80s, then I don't know what is, ladies and gentlemen. But I tell you what is the 80s. It's Ricky Thrash bringing you the greatest show on earth. So give yourself a round of applause. We're going to build something live, no script necessary, live on the spot. We're just going to come up with some cool melody, okay? And this is bugging me a little bit, but Giorgio, make some noise for Giorgio a little bit. Just a little bit, you know, not too much. But Giorgio is a part of the family. Giorgio is our cameraman. I just had to physically grab his hands and tilt them up a little bit. That was too much, Giorgio. Just tilt it back down a little bit, okay? Just slightly down a little bit. There you go, Giorgio. You're learning. All right, he's the new cameraman, but he's sticking with us. And he's doing a great job. So make some noise for Giorgio behind the lens. Giorgio, a little bit. You're cutting off the top of my Lego here, okay? Come on now. How's that? It's too much. Let's meet halfway, baby. Come on now. That's gonna be too much. Dadgummit. But we got Lil Stormy gifting a tier 1 sub to Vapor Vice. Congratulations, Vapor Vice. Lil Stormy. Look, it doesn't matter if it is a little stormy outside because you always bring the thunder. And that's all we need in this Ricky Thrash show. All right? Bringing the thunder, bringing the attitude, and bringing the win home to the Ricky Thrash show. So thank you for your sub. Welcome to the club, Vapor Vice. I mean, you've been a part of it. But officially, you're in now. So welcome. So, I'm kind of waiting until Giorgio can get his attitude right, okay? Snap out of it, man. Ever think about that, Giorgio? Just snapping out of it? Well, you should. Might be good. Might be good. Might be. I think we can work with that. Let's see. Yeah, let's work with that, baby. Give Giorgio a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Giorgio coming in first place, winning the trophy for the most participation points with the camera. He hasn't really blown us all away yet, but, you know, that might come later. But a round of applause for Giorgio, ladies and gentlemen.
I just make it worse? It's got to be perfect, you know? If this is going to be the greatest broadcast of all time, things got to be perfect, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be cutting off the lights again. All right, we'll work with that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Tonight is going to be a fun one. Let's see what we can do here. All right.
I like the sound of that. If you're ready to make some music tonight on the Ricky Thrash Show, then I want to see all the sunglasses in the chat right now, baby. Okay, we're going to make this epic soundtrack the theme of the Ricky Thrash Show for tonight, okay, if you will. It's going to be the most epic song you've ever heard in your life, so just be ready. I got people on my balcony. I don't I don't know how everybody keeps getting into my balcony, but like people are just roaming back there. I know we had a party, you know, earlier here at the Ricky Thrash Mansion, and I guess, you know, some people are just still here. But they're all thrashers, man. They're all cool people. But, you know, you might see a couple people on my balcony here and there. I don't know how they get up there, but it's a thing. So welcome the people on my balcony and the dogs too, apparently, because there's like 7 dogs back there, and I don't know. They just I keep seeing a new dog every single hour, pretty much. So, anyways, I'm seeing some sunglasses in the chat. That means one thing. It means you guys are ready to rock. And it means Ricky Thrash is super rad. Right? Oh, does it mean that? Oh, this whole time I thought it meant that. What the heck? I was making you drop sunglasses for nothing. Might as well drop these. You know? The real life Superman is about to make some music. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, grab your favorite Dr. Pepper, or soda, rather. Your favorite soda, Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, Sprite, Mr. Pibb, whatever you want, okay? Throw some extra butter on that popcorn because this music is about to be extra buttery. I'll tell you that much. All right? So sit back, relax, enjoy your Friday night. Where are you guys watching from? I want to know.
I like that already. Guys, no script. We're just coming up with this on the fly. I hope you... Do I have to repeat myself every 5 minutes, okay? Look, here on the Ricky Thrash Show, you gotta have a little faith in Ricky Thrash himself. Now I like that a lot. So let's build off of that chord progression. Let's lay into it, okay? Put an arm and a leg into it and see what we can do on the greatest broadcast of all time. Because if we slip up one time, Ricky Thrash, even though he got a complete full workout today, he has to do 10 whole push-ups if he fails. But something in the wind tells me that Ricky Thrash is not going to fail. You know, sometimes people fall down. They fall down and fail. But you know what happens? When people with positive attitudes and my thrashers, aka positive attitude thinkers, you know what happens when they get knocked down? They get right back up, brush themselves off, say, that wasn't bad. Let's do it again. Bring it all. Give me what you got. Because we don't back down from a challenge. And this might be the most challenging stream of all time. But you know what? That makes it better. Because we're going to fight to make it the best stream of all time. Welcome to the Ricky Thrash Show. I'm your host, Ricky Thrash. You know, I'm trying to figure out where this should go, you know? We're kind of figuring out a melody. We're close. I've kind of taken a lot of inspiration from Alphaville, okay? Great band, very synth heavy, very good music. I was actually blasting them in the gym today. Big in Japan, great song. Anyways. Oh yeah. There it is. And there is the melody, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start with that. Let's see what we can do. A little fast, but I like it. Nice and clean, baby. slow it down just a tad. And try it.
That sounds pretty good to me, ladies and gentlemen. We're off to a good start here on the Ricky Thrash Show, and you are in for a wild ride. We're gonna build this loop. My YouTubers, my TikTokers, my Twitchers, enjoy the ride, because you all are my Thrashers. And welcome to the greatest show of your life, the greatest broadcast to ever exist of all the 1980s. And tonight, we change the way of the future. If you're watching from 2026, enjoy this portal that I have allowed you to step into, because tonight is one for the books. Now hold on a minute. We got a raid of 23,000 viewers from I need glasses. No, I'm kidding. I can't even read. From Ugly Shredder, you know, I have a feeling that you're not so ugly, because your heart is just gorgeous. And I tell you what, make some noise for the new raid and Ugly Shredder. I hope the stream was great. And welcome to the greatest live broadcast of Friday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time in Miami. I know that covers a lot, but we'll just, you know, set the bar low starting out, and then later we'll set. Anyways, let's make this song. Make some noise. If you're new here, we're about to build. Hold on a second. Okay, I know that was epic and all, but like, let's catch our breath for a second. We're building the most epic soundtrack to go along with the most epic stream of all time. So this is all off the top of the cuff, man. Off the top of the head. Okay, no improv, no script. These sunglasses keep going sideways, but that's okay because they don't call me Ricky Sideways Thrash for nothing. And tonight, we're getting a little sideways. Make some noise for yourself, baby. Make some noise for yourself. We got Vice City coming up very soon, okay? We're making some music first, and then we're gonna dive in to the Grand Theft Auto Vice City. But anyways, yes, it's 1987. We got people on their lunch breaks. We got people enjoying this way too much. I tell you that much. Okay, listen. Look, I got my gaming set up right now. Usually I'd be like, I'd have Giorgio hold up a sign with all the fax messages that I'm receiving, and but I don't have that up today, so I got to get really close. But let's continue to build this, okay? You guys just sit back, relax, enjoy your Friday night with Ricky Thrash. All right, let's build on top of that. I kind of like that, don't you?
No.
No. Bad, Ricky, bad.
No. Let's practice this. Hold on. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. In fact, I like it so much we're going to play it right here. I didn't play it the right way, did I? Now there it is. I've been waiting on that one. All right, not as, a little softer. Much better. Sometimes less is more, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's build. Now we're cooking.
We're kicking with gas, ladies and gentlemen. A little dangerous, but danger is my middle name. And if you're a little dangerous tonight, if you're feeling a little bit on the wild side, I want you to make some noise for the greatest broadcast of all time. Your host, Ricky Thrash, is about to get wild.
Now, the ride begins. So much power behind us. Fists in the air, baby.
Sounded pretty good, sounded pretty epic. Now, let's add some bass guitar.
Sarah Ryan says, that's so good. Amazing. Where's my pick?
I don't like that either. Also, I need to turn it up. We're building it slowly. It's coming together. Here we go. There's a note there. I think I did. Starting to come together, ladies and gentlemen. All this futuristic technology. Well, we're gonna fix it, baby, because that's what we do. It's what we do best. Here on the Ricky Thrash Show, the greatest broadcast
of all time. We put together the pieces because only one man can. Because Tony sure can't. And relying on Tony is not a good decision whatsoever. As we've all learned, Ricky Thrash is the ultimate puzzle player. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can tune it. This thing was way out of tune. is where we have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take the chance to just shred and melt some faces. is a magnificent way to start the greatest show on earth, the Ricky Thrash Stream. So give yourself a round of applause for being here, because tonight is not gonna stop until The Rock slowly fades away. But with all of you in the chat, in the fax box tonight, nothing will fade. Because we're all in this to bring back the greatest decade of them all. My Thrashers, tonight is the ride of your life. So prepare for just that. Prepare for greatness. Give yourself a round of applause for being here tonight. The greatest show on earth, the Ricky Thrash Show. Make yourself comfortable, because tonight is gonna be fun. Let's take it outside. As we look out into the night sky, we see a lot of great people looking right back at me and saying, wow, who's that hero up there? We got all kinds of people just hanging out in the hot tub. Just the coolest people of all time. I don't know where did all these people come from? They're all hanging at my pool. But that's okay, because this is the greatest party out of all time. Here at the Ricky Thrash Mansion, everyone's invited, including yourselves. So get comfortable. Make yourself at home, because tonight it's going to be a fun one. On that note, let's play some Vice City. But first, let's catch our breath. And so, as we catch our breath, we understand one of two things. One is that Giorgio is just doing a fantastic job keeping up with me tonight. I mean, he's just all over the place, all right? You guys think there's multiple cameras here, but no, there's just one camera here. I will say that we are getting some echoes. We also are going to close this door, because it is, in fact, about 97 degrees here in Miami. In fact, speaking of being so hot and humid, I know, ladies, that's what they call me, hot and humid. But that's not the point. The point is, we're gonna catch our breath, okay? That's the only thing we need to know. And now we're gonna play some Vice City, Grand Theft Auto. So welcome to the Ricky Thrash Show, the greatest show on earth. If you're new here, consider following, subscribing, hitting the like button, all the above. We're gonna kick YouTube off and TikTok here in a second. But if you're on Twitch, we're gonna be going all night. All right, so join us over on Twitch, okay? Cheers. My sparkling water, my Thrashers. And yes, if you're wondering, this whole broadcast is made possible, and it's all running off of this 1983 Macintosh. So we're gonna pull up some research here. Let's see, is Ricky Thrash the best live broadcast host of all time? Huh. Well, that can't be right. What? There's no way. Wait a second. I just searched it twice on the interwebs, on the dial-up speed internet. And you know what I just stumbled across, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know what I just stumbled across? We are sitting at 55,000 55. No, we're sitting at 57,000 viewers right now, baby. Give yourself a round of applause for making it on the greatest night of your life. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting started. We're going to be going all night. So all I got to say is welcome to the family. Welcome to the night of your life. And welcome to the Ricky Thrash Show. Woo! I'm talking about big time now. We're big. We're big, baby. We're big. Okay, let's play. Y'all want to do that? Now that that's out of the way. Little Stormy. Do you see that? Kind of. Whoa. Not only does Lil Stormy gift 1 sub, but not only does she gift 1, not only does she gift 2, but 3. I'm sorry. Not only. Hold on. Let me get this right. Not only. Okay, so it is 2. Not only does she gift 1, but she gives 2 subscriptions to the lovely fans. The Thrashers, welcome to the family. Lil Stormy, you are the MVP of the night. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's play Vice City. But before we do that, we got to kick off YouTube and TikTok. So if you're on YouTube and TikTok, unfortunately, I got to kick you off, okay? I got to narrow down my audience to Twitch, okay? So head over to Twitch if you're not on there already. It's the place to be to experience the greatest broadcast of all time, okay? I, Ricky Thrash, will see you over there on Twitch. Ricky Thrash, R-I-K-K-I, Thrash. All right? I think you can spell it. And if you can't spell it, then find my name somewhere. It's somewhere. You know, it's right there, okay? Can you see that now? Boom. Yeah? It's on the wall. I'll see you over there. My Thrashers, it's been fun. But we're going all night. We're just getting started, okay? I'll see you on Twitch. We'll be streaming for hours. The greatest broadcast of all time. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you over on Twitch. Bye.